So before I release any content, there are these two guys in my camp, that's Addison and Osei, who helped me out with like the vetting and the planning of the content. So when we were planning this very content, I brought up the vampire caption. The time I bring the caption now with the boys, just jump on me like trouble. We are not comparing SARK0DIE'S to a vampire. See, we debated on that for like 3 hours. Finally, they just threw the towel and gave in, because I explained to them why we have to use that caption. They came to understand. But I know you two deep down in your head and you are asking, trouble, why that strong word? Why are you comparing SARK0DIE'S to a vampire? How can you relate a vampire to SARK0DIE'S in our music industry? See, that's why we are here. My name is Trouble Kwame, and this be the review on InfoData Ghana. Before we continue, let's understand who a vampire is. A vampire is a dead person who stays alive by drinking the blood of other people, or someone who lives by preying on others. So let's ask again, is SARK0DIE'S a vampire? And if he is, whose blood is he sucking in the music industry? He's not sucking anybody's blood. The blood just stands for the glory of other artists in the industry. So let's rephrase the whole question again. Is SARK0DIE'S feasting or preying on the glory of other artists to stay alive in the music industry? Let's find out by analyzing these 3 factors from 2 standpoints. 1. SARK0DIE'S dependency on features. 2. SARK0DIE'S contribution to the music industry. And the last one, SARK0DIE'S overall tactics when it comes to features. First standpoint, factor 1, SARK0DIE'S dependency on features. We all know SARK0DIE to be a very talented rapper since the Kasahari days. He tried to penetrate into the music industry, but it failed. A couple of solo tracks didn't work for him. His breakthrough came when Adam featured him on his track, You The Craze. SARK0DIE capitalized on it, featured Mugis on his track Baby, and it was a hit. Since then, SARK0DIE has been riding on the backs of artists to make hit songs. Artists like Ifia, Runtown, Pato Rankin, Obrafour, just to name a few. So, can we say that all this while, SARK0DIE has been riding on the back of artists just to stay alive in the music industry, or what? Let's consider the second factor, his contribution towards the music industry.
Fast forward down the line, SARK never responded. He never said anything about the song.
We all know how SARK has been dragged constantly by his fellow artists in the game, claiming he barely honors invitations for features. Kwakese, Samini, Yemi Alade, Raskuku, and others have all been complaining about him. Even Adam, who gave him his first platform, complained about SARK's reluctance to work with him. This baffles me to a certain extent. Why will an artist who has been dependent on other artists throughout his career do that to his fellow artists?
Anytime I would ask WhatsApp, it's a blue tick. He can go on his WhatsApp.
Is he receiving from the industry and not giving back? Let's analyze the last factor. That's his overall strategy when it comes to featuring. So if you follow SARK0DIE very carefully, you come to realize that he's got this strategy when it comes to featuring. He's got 2 strategies. 1, he kind of feature artists who are trending. 2, he takes his time to mine artists who are very talented but are desperate to make it in the music industry. Examples are Kwame Eugene, Kese, Bisakede, Shatawale, EL, Black Sherif, and many more. When it comes to artists that he mines, I can give you examples like Sherifa Guno, Herman Suede, Mohammed, Silverstone, Inkboy, Benel, and many more. He puts them on his project. They make the difference. Then he takes the glory. So then, can we say that SARK0DIE feasts on the glory of these artists to keep his career alive? Is he a parasite? Is he a vampire? Before we draw a conclusion and judge him, let's analyze these 3 factors from standpoint 2. First factor, SARK0DIE'S dependency on features. To be a successful artist in Ghana and in Africa at large, you always have to find a way to fix hooks and melodies in your music. Almost all African rap artists who concentrated on hardcore rap are nowhere to be found today. SARK0DIE would have failed if he concentrated on rap and rap only. He saw that from the onset and decided to rely on hooks from talented singers to make him appealing to the African entertainment market. This has really helped him stand tall among his fellow rap artists who concentrated solely on their talent and paid little attention to the business aspect of the game. Besides, SARK0DIE'S dependency on other artists is just a portion of the ingredients that has contributed to the success he has today. The way he replied to attacks, his fashion sense, how he manages to get the media to talk about him, his ego, and other stuff have also played a role to make him as successful as he is today. So then, can we say that SARK0DIE is just a talented artist who understands the game really well, or he's still a vampire? Let's consider the second factor, that's his contribution towards the music industry. It has taken SARK0DIE over 15 years to build a brand he has today, and there is almost nothing in this world that he will trade for it. He is very selective when it comes to who he works with and the kind of projects he jumps on. He will try as much as possible to avoid any kind of collabo that he feels will soil his brand. To keep a brand like his, he has to be a bit scarce, a bit expensive, and a bit strict. And in doing so, he will definitely step on toes. That's why his fellow artists are always complaining. But that's also a sign of success. He built his entire career by himself, so he knows what's good for him and what's not. He sees things from a different angle. So from this factor, can we conclude that SARK0DIE is only trying to protect the brand that has taken him years to build? Or still now you say vampire? Let's consider the last factor, his overall strategy when it comes to features. SARK0DIE'S featuring strategy has helped us discover a lot of talent. Trumpet and Bibiba are some of SARK0DIE'S projects that he has used to shine light on a lot of emerging artists in the music industry. These emerging artists give their all as a thank you to SARK0DIE when he puts them on his project. There are times too where SARK0DIE has worked with artists who have passed their prime. Okonfo Kwade, KK Fosu, Ofurian Ponsa, Prince Bright of Bookbag fame, and Kwakese are some of the artists that SARK0DIE has worked with to help reignite their old flames. At this point, let's go back and ask the main questions again. Is SARK0DIE a parasite? Is he feasting on other artists? Is he sucking the glory of other artists to keep his career from dying? Is he a vampire? Or you say he is that talented artist who capitalized and concentrated on the business aspect of his craft and built a brand out of it? We all see things from different angles, so for that one, I'll leave you to be the judge. Where do you stand? On point 1 or on point 2? Let me know in the comment section. Let's not end the discussion here. And please don't forget to subscribe so that I can bring you interesting content like this. Let's continue in the comment section. For now, dear, we are close. Peace out.